Okay, we've just got the car ticking over on the drive, and just a demonstration of the IMA Boost Protect device and proposed extra functionality. This is the Tickover regen mode, so I've just programmed the device, which is sat there as you can see, just to have this simple functionality at the moment. Still got the adjustable pots for the assist and regen boost when you're actually normally driving, but if I press the button now, I'll just actually show you the OBDIIC&C gauge. Unfortunately the angle's not great for that, but you can see there's no current flowing at the minute. State of charge is shown as 67%. So if I press the button on the device, it starts flashing red and green, and you'll now see on the OEM dash we have 4 green bars. If we go back to the OBDIIC&C display, we'll see now that the charge current is has cranked up to about 5 or 6 amps. The cooling fan's just come on now, so it's just dropped down slightly, and the state of charge will basically now just start ticking up. So I'll leave it on for a bit. So on low speed tick over, when the battery is reasonably charged, then you're getting about 6 amps of regeneration with the car just sat there. That's going on for a kilowatt being put into the battery. Now if I turn it off, so I'm going to operate the button on the device, it's gone off now, and you'll notice that the charge just fades away slowly over about 5 or 10 seconds until the vehicle has gone back into the normal balancing mode, where the current remains at about 0. You can see that it's gone back to 0. So I'm going to press the button again and initiate the charge, and it slowly comes up as the load on the engine is slowly increased, and this is a good way of doing it because it means the engine doesn't stall. So the load is slowly put onto the engine and the charge is initiated, and you get that 5 or 6 amps of charge. Now when the car's first started in the morning and the tick over is high, it can charge as high as up to 12 or 13 amps. I saw that first thing this morning when I activated this charge mode, but when it's actually warmed up and it's ticking over quite slowly, then the charge seems to settle at about 6 to 7 amps. Now with the device in this mode, you can leave it ticking over for as long as you like, and obviously with the OBDIIC&C you can manipulate the state of charge. So for instance, if you just finished a stage or a run and the state of charge was high, you could set it low and activate the charge, or you can just leave it as it is and activate this hidden charge. Now the hidden charging mode doesn't seem to stop. I left it on this morning and it just kept going and going and going, and the battery eventually got up to about 180 volts and 94% state of charge before I had to go out, and well over 20 bars on the display. So you could, if you have sufficient time between runs or events at a motocross event, motorsport event, you can just leave the car charging probably until the battery's virtually reached 100%. I'm going to leave it going for a bit today and see how high it'll go up to. I had 94% this morning. So as soon as you turn that mode off, then the car will start draining down the pack slowly to get it down to its comfort zone, 75% or so, and also you'll lose any regen at all while the state of charge is that high, so you won't have any braking or overrun regen when the state of charge is over about 80%. So what you could do is you could charge it well up to 75% if you wanted, and let it charge continuously over that using this tick over mode until the state of charge is 80 or 90%. And then you could use the OBDIIC&C to set the state of charge back down to 75 if you wanted, so that you still had regen, or you could do it the opposite way, just let it go up to 100%, and that will give you a longer run time before the assist starts to be throttled back because the state of charge is getting low halfway through a run. If you push it to 90% just before the run and then start, then obviously you've got quite some time before the display is even going to start moving down, and it obviously gives you a larger state of charge window to use. So you'll be able to push the pack to perhaps even 6 or perhaps even 7 or 8 ampere hours of capacity discharge by just pushing it up to 60 or 70 or 80, 90%. And also, if the battery's not really warm enough when you arrive and you activate the charge mode, once the battery is actually full, then obviously it starts to burn off some of that energy as heat, and it warms up quite nicely, and it'll keep warming the battery as you go along. So various modes you can use, and now I've got to basically combine this additional software, this Tickover charge mode, with the software we already had running, where you had the KERS button functionality, and that's obviously all in the future as we just develop the software.